This is the BGG Climbers list for the week ending 12/22/2021. This is the second to last list of the year. There should be one final one next week. If you like this video, please like and please subscribe. And let's take a look at the list. So we'll start with the, I guess, the top falling ones. Underwater Cities looks like it's peaked. Not much to say there. I mean, I know it was a very popular game. I wasn't as impressed with it. I actually like Pulsar 28, Pulsar, um, better than Underwater Cities. Mansion of Madness has peaked. It's fallen a lot. I don't know. There's some speculation there might be a third edition of this coming with a Descent upgraded component type thing to it. So we'll see. Pandemic Legacy Season 2, that's obviously peaked. This is the worst of the Pandemic Legacy seasons. I think across the board, people like it the least. I haven't played it yet. For that very reason, I've chosen to play other Legacy games instead. Eventually, I do hope to play this one, though. Maracaibo looks like it's peaked, although the digital version of the app came out, which may cause some increase here. And there's also an expansion in the works, so this may shoot back up. And Blood Rage is either kind of stabilized or maybe falling, although I have heard there's an expansion coming, which may propel it back up. The sub 10 games, noticeable ones were Unfathomable. This one is, I think, getting more mixed reviews than Battlestar Galactica. It could be that maybe the system has aged, the playtime is too long. I've heard there's some balance issues and some stuff like that. Maybe they all existed in Battlestar Galactica, but it was overlooked because it was a classic. It's a little. I think nowadays, new releases are very very well scrutinized compared to games of the past. Boon Lake continues to climb, although its ratings are lower than Maracaibo or Great Western Trail at this point. I just think the reception of it isn't as strong. I do think it's going to do pretty well, but it won't be. I think it's looking unlikely like it's going to end up in the top 100. And this Exit Advent Calendar is doing really well. I kind of want to get my hands on it, although I don't know where or who is actually selling it. Seems like a fun thing to do. One of these, or Thanksgiving through Christmas. It's a Wonderful Kingdom is a game we've been watching, continuing to do really well. I'm interested to see if this is another really good 2-player game. I didn't realize this was actually a 2-player game until taking a look at it. But I think really, really solid 2-player only games. Maybe there's been there's a Watergate recently. I mean, Seven Wonders Duel is like one of the best. I'm wondering if this is going to be in that same realm of games. Let's see. So Uprising Curse of the Last Emperor. This is getting delivered to backers. We're going to be doing a playthrough at some point, and I'll have an unboxing video hopefully later this week. Maybe today I'll be posting it. And the Crew Mission Deep Sea, this is well on its way to the top 100. Crew's an amazing game. I have no reason to believe this isn't also an amazing game. And number 10, Land vs. Sea. So we looked at this one before. I think it's, ratings are, in the 6 and 7s. This isn't going to be in the top 100, I don't foresee. It is doing fairly, decently. But again, this isn't a game we're going to see in the top 100 anytime soon. So it's Land vs. Sea. Bitoku. So this game is picking up, actually. So for a while, the rating kind of dropped a little bit. It's been climbing a little bit. I just think that people have been really looking for a new heavy game. I'm not sure that this is the one that's going to be the next big heavy game. I did like how it looked, but it just seemed like maybe the mechanisms didn't come together as well as I was hoping from the reviews. We'll keep an eye out, though. I think heavy games do tend to have a better shot of getting in the top 100 on BGG. So that's Bitoku. Number 8 is Radland. So this game, I think you can buy it now. I saw it in some places, or at least pre-order it. Not very expensive. It's a 2-player only game, and it's doing extremely well. Like all the reviews are really strong. I think this 2-player game is probably going to be the next 2-player game in the top 100. It should. I think it's going to be available in retail. It's from Roxley Games, so it's a good chance that it will. The artwork is good. I don't think it really is something I'm planning on getting, but I might be. I'll probably be open to playing it if someone else had. So that's Redlands. Stella Dixit Universe. So I don't know. I haven't seen this game. So this is, I guess, it's just a re-implementation of Dixit, which is kind of a classic game. I don't know what the cost of this one is. I feel like the Dixit games maybe cost more than they should have. So what do we have here? The artwork is still I feel like the best thing about Dixit is the artwork. This artwork that they've done here really looks amazing. That must be some sort of scoring thing. Interesting. So let's see how the game plays. Let's go back to Stella Dixit Universe. So with word images association and risk management choices. So I guess probably similar to Dixit with a party game, more of a party game vibe. I don't know. I mean, I think Dixit games always tend to do fairly well just because of the artwork. The initial ratings on this one aren't super strong, but again, it's a party game. Party games tend to, I think, rarely get into the top 100 anymore. So we'll see. It's got to do a lot better than low sevens, though, if it's going to end up in the top 100. So this is number 7, Stella Dixit Universe. Number 6 is In Too Deep. So I played this as an early beta game. This, I think there's been a number of changes. So I think I played it during the first Kickstarter that was canceled and subsequently, relaunched. I like the artwork on it. I like the company that created this game. I think that Burnt Island Games has done some amazing production quality. I know their first Kickstarter didn't go like they liked it. For me personally, I didn't like how the gameplay of this game worked, which is why I didn't end up backing it. But I could see that some people would like this game. Where do I think it's going to land? I mean, it's hard to tell. The initial, very first copies are being delivered. The second Kickstarter did okay, not phenomenal. It's getting decent ratings, actually a little bit higher with the first delivery. So these were all probably pre-delivery on Tabletop Simulator or Tabletopia. The delivered version, at least the first backers are very excited about it. Let's see. We'll see in the coming weeks how it does and what the changes that they made may have improved the games. So that's number 6, In Too Deep. Number 5 is Brian Boru, High King of Ireland. So this one is staying pretty consistent in the 7s. I looked at the game from the reviews. For me personally, it's not a game where I think I'm going to be interested in. I know, no pun included, gave it a raving review. I think other reviews have been more mixed, like Dice Tower and so forth. But I think, we'll see. With mixed and positive reviews, it may just not get the uptake in terms of sales needed to shoot up there. And it's also got to do probably a little bit better than upper 7s to get in the top 100 at this point. That's number 5, Brian Boru. Number 4, Final Girl. So this game is getting really strong ratings. It's I believe, a solo only game. We've looked at it previously. Yeah, solo only game. Extremely good ratings from people playing this. And it's from Van Ryer Games, who's I guess historically had very good reviews for their games, especially for the story elements in it, which I think help in a single player game. I think when you're playing a single player game, having a strong story element to the game does help it be more engaging. At least the games I've played that have those elements. It's a little bit early to tell, but I think there's a good shot this one will end up in the top 100. I mean, we have 300 ratings, all in the mid 8s. The reviews I've seen have been amazing. I've seen some copies for sale and so forth locally, but that probably just means they've played it through as much as they plan on playing it. So we'll keep an eye on this one, but I think there's a good shot this one will end up in the top 100. So number 4, Final Girl. Number 3, 1923 Cotton Club. So we looked at this one before. The box still reminds me of High Society. I don't know what it is about this box. Maybe it's the shape. It's hard to say. But this one, its ratings have been doing okay. I think we may not see it on the list in the coming weeks, but and I don't see this one getting the top 100. It's not gotten a lot of uptake in the last couple weeks, and it doesn't have tends to not have strong enough ratings. But let's see in the coming weeks. So that's 1923 Cotton Club, number 3. Number 2, Uthia Torment of Resurrections. This one I believe is coming with a expansion to Kickstarter this spring. The reviews are amazing for this game. I think its main limitation is just how many copies are going to be out there before this expansion release, and if it continues to hold its ratings as well. This, I believe, is a kind of RPGS dungeon crawler. Let's take a look at it real quick. RPG classic video games. And, I think there's a lot of market for RPG games, for things. I mean, the classic video game style is appealing. I think the main thing is that does it stand out versus other games that are similar to this? So we'll see. It does have a very, very strong opening, and in time we'll see how this does. So that's number 2, Uthia, Torment of Resurrection. Number 1, Arc Nova. So this isn't too surprising to me. This got phenomenal reviews from the Dice Tower, especially from Tom Basso, who said, you even claimed that I don't think he's going to play Terraforming Mars anymore, or wouldn't choose to over Arc Nova, which is a kind of a big claim. I think it's just available in retail. Like I've seen some sales of it and seen some copies getting delivered, but I do think that this is probably the next heavy-ish game that's going to skyrocket up the list. Now I would say it's pretty heavy. It's 3.74, which I think is even heavier than Terraforming Mars. What would be nice is if this playing time is right. I don't know if it plays in 2 hours or 2.5 hours. Terraforming Mars is definitely more than 2 hours, even the digital version. So, the one thing I'd say the only criticism I have is just I wish that they picked like a stronger graphics design for this game. The graphics design feels very Terraforming Mars-esque. So let's see on that one. That is Arc Nova, number 1. So if you like this video, please like and please subscribe, and please take a look at our other videos. Thank you.